This video will focus on building project timelines in QuoteX. To access the timeline feature, navigate to your Quote Headers navigation menu and click New Timeline. When adding a timeline, you have two options to proceed. You can select a timeline from a saved library template or create a new timeline from scratch. To create a new timeline, give it a name and select the frequency from the dropdown, such as weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Enter the start date and number of periods, or start date and end date, and the other value will auto-calculate. Also, indicate if cost or T&E should impact ASM. After creating the timeline, hover over a time period to see its specific details, like the date range. For example, monthly periods appear as the first 3 characters of the month and last 2 digits of the year. Hovering over a time period shows the details for that specific range. To add phases, click in the cells on the phase row under each week and select a phase from the pop-up options. Consecutive or selected cells with the same phase will merge. To add resources and effort, scroll down and click an empty cell under Total Hours per Week. All roles from your rate cards are available. If a role has the same effort across all phases, click the percentage icon to the right of the role to automatically calculate effort based on a percentage of project involvement. You can customize effort per role for each phase by clicking directly in each cell. Note that an error will display if the effort exceeds the maximum allowed value of 250. You can also drag and drop roles to reorganize them. Scroll to the right of all hours to view the resource rates. Green or red colors indicate if the rate is within or beyond the maximum allowable discount. You will see the total effort, cost, and price for the project. You can make quick adjustments by clicking in the rate cells or effort per role. The total price here does not reflect any discounts. Click the capacity icon in the Quote Header row to compare needed effort versus actual effort by role, and use the dashboard to quickly identify where adjustments are needed. Use the billable column to include or exclude a resources cost in the total project cost. You can also adjust the list price and adjusted price after a resource is added. You can clone the timeline to experiment with changes or activate/deactivate it as the final version. To collaborate, copy the timeline URL to your clipboard and use it in Chatter. You can change the view to presentation mode using the drop-down item. The timeline overview includes fields for type and timeline level discount, among others. Additional custom fields, useful for reporting, can be modified on the timeline record. Travel and expense costs can be added to the timeline. Other costs can also be incorporated into the timeline.